Large luxury has always been the name of the game for Cadillac, but its not quit a flagship XTS sedan proves that the company is no longer at the head of the pack for land yachts. There is an available twin-turbocharged V6 that provides the kind of wafting power we desire from executive cruisers, and there are plenty of luxe features in the upper trim levels. But despite its general elegance, the XTS can't come close to the opulence and refinement of the king of this particular jungle, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. By offering its wares at a much lower price than Mercedes and holding on to some of the brand magic that makes the XTS more desirable than the similarly priced Genesis G90, Cadillac makes its case. The XTS is a credible option for broad-based luxury that will please buyers in search of some status and style, but not so much that they'll need a second mortgage to afford it. High's more affordable than competitors, powerful sport model, plush interior. Low's dynamically uninteresting, competitors offer more rear seat space, no standard active safety technology. Verdict: the XTS is a competent and relatively affordable retirement cruiser, but it can't truly compete with the best in this class. What's new for 2018? The XTS's design was likely tweaked for 2018, with changes to both the front and rear ends, including LED head and taillights and a new grille. Those changes brought the XTS's overall length down by a little more than an inch. New tires for both the 19 and 20-inch wheels are intended to improve ride comfort and reduce road noise, and the XTS's GU infotainment system received updated software and access to various cloud-based apps. Trims and options we'd choose: we prefer the XTS Sports 410 horsepower twin-turbo V6 powertrain to the standard 304 horsepower V6. That raises the cost of our XTS considerably, but at $73,490 it's still many thousands cheaper than its German rivals. The F-Sport comes standard with all-wheel drive in place of the standard front-wheel drive setup and includes the following features: adaptive cruise control with automated front and rear emergency braking, rear armrest with built-in audio and sunshade controls, 22-way massaging leather front seats. The F-Sport is the XTS's top trim level, and nearly every one of the XTS's available features is included as standard, but we'd happily shell out $350 for a compact spare tire. That addition would bring the total cost of our XTS Sport to $73,840. Both of the XTS's available engines are reasonably quick and powerful, with the F-Sport's twin-turbo engine delivering the kind of easy power that we expect from a large luxury sedan. Rear-wheel drive underpinnings would be more traditional for a car in this class, but there's nothing specifically wrong with the way front-wheel drive models drive. The XTS comes standard with front-wheel drive under 304 horsepower V6 engine, while top-off-the-line F-Sport models have a 410 horsepower twin-turbo V6 with all-wheel drive. Both engines pair with a 6-speed automatic, and the entry-level engine can be paired with all-wheel drive if desired. We don't have recent test data for a non-F-Sport XTS, but the powertrain hasn't changed since we recorded a 6.6 second 0 to 60 mph time in a front-drive model. An all-wheel drive variant of the 304 horsepower car needed 7.2 seconds to complete the same task. Those figures are respectable if not impressive and won't leave XTS owners frustrated on highway on-ramps. The F-Sport's engine is a much better fit for the XTS's larger luxury attitude. It provides effortless power both off the line and when accelerating to pass, and its 0 to 60 mph times were right in the mix with most competitors. The 6-speed automatic is smooth and well programmed, but its shifts are never hurried even if the driver demands full power acceleration. There are better engines in this class, notably from Mercedes-Benz and BMW, but the F-Sport's power plant makes a strong case for Cadillac. Manual shifting capability paddle shifters are standard in every XTS, but responses can be slow, and the transmission's native programming is clever enough that most drivers will be happy to let the car handle the shifting for them. We haven't yet tested an XTS on our highway fuel loop, but EPA ratings suggest that the F-Sport's powerful engine is not as efficient as comparable engines from superior competitors. Every car in this class is large, heavy, and powered by either a 6 or 8-cylinder engine, so we weren't expecting much in the way of fuel economy. Still, several of the vehicles listed here, including the BMW 7 Series and an XTS fitted with front-wheel drive and the entry-level V6 engine, come close to 30 miles per gallon on the highway according to the EPA. The XTS's available all-wheel drive powertrain robs 2 miles per gallon across the board compared with the front-wheel drive model. Moving up to the desirable twin-turbo engine drops the XTS's highway fuel economy into the mid-20s, not an unforgivable result for a vehicle this size but also not an impressive one. We've devised our own fuel economy test in an attempt to replicate how most people drive on the highway. Our procedure entails a 200-mile out and back loop on Michigan's I-94 highway. We maintain a GPS-verified 75 miles per hour and use the cruise control as much as possible to mimic the way many drivers behave during long trips. We haven't had the chance to test an XTS on our highway fuel loop, but nearly every competitor we did test outdid our expectations. An XTS Sport would have to significantly overshoot its 23 miles per gallon EPA estimate to earn accolades in this test, but an XTS fitted with the base engine could simply match its EPA ratings and still keep up with the pack. The XTS is not intended to be a sports car. Its power is meant for highways and its suspension is tuned for comfort, not sharp handling. It does its job well, but this heavy cruiser will never be the right choice for an enthusiast driver. Acceleration in XTS Sport we tested recently sprinted from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 5.2 seconds, placing it nearly in line with competitors such as the BMW 740i and the Genesis G90. The Sport's acceleration comes effortlessly, and the gas pedal is progressive, with long travel that allows precise control. A front-wheel drive XTS with a standard 304 horsepower engine needed 6.6 seconds to accelerate to 60 miles per hour in our most recent test. That's still quick enough to satisfy most drivers. Ride, handling, and steering the XTS is big and feels every bit its size on the road. Our test car wore the available adaptive suspension, and the ride was smooth and airy even over rough surfaces. None of the available drive modes seemed quite worthy of the Sport badges our car wore, which are more honest when they grace the Cadillac STS Sport. There is very little feedback through the large steering wheel, and it's hard to imagine any driver taking the XTS for a joyride. The XTS simply is not a sports sedan, and we'd wager that most people who buy this car are perfectly happy with its luxury-minded tuning. Braking the XTS had the longest 17.0 stopping distance of any car in this set but only by a nose.